Are you putting off buying a home because of interest rates being in the 6 and 7% range? What if I told you that putting it off because you think the prices are going to go down or interest rates are going to go down is actually costing you more? Stick around, because in this video I'm showing you why it's so smart to buy a house now instead of waiting. In today's video, this is something I am so passionate about. So if I get a little animated, know it's because I care about you and your future. Yes, I care about you. Building wealth in real estate is one of the safest and most honorable ways to live your American dream. Yes, it is. And just a little newsflash for you. I became an American last month. Yes, in the end of June. So I'm officially an American citizen. Therefore, I want to share with you the American dream. Buying a home is going to build wealth, and this is generational wealth. If you are currently renting, what you're doing is you're building your landlord's wealth. You're building your landlord's generational wealth, what he's going to pass on to his heirs. You're paying 100% interest. Let that sink into your head. Every time you pay your rent, you're paying 100% interest. So why are you going crazy over a 6.5-7% rate of interest? Will the interest rates ever go down to where they were? I doubt it. We're not going to ever experience what we experienced before. So the one thing that people say is marry the house and date the rate. That means if rates do go down, you can refinance. So please get it out of your head that you're going to be stuck with that interest rate forever. You may or may not. But getting your mind set that you can be a homeowner is where you have to set your mind. You're paying someone else's mortgage. You need to start paying your own mortgage. Stop renting. Let's get into it. When you rent and something breaks, you call your landlord. That's what I've heard so many people say why they continue to rent. Well, continuing to rent because of that is foolish. What you could do is just save a little money every month just in case something breaks. You can also get a home warranty. So yes, you can pay that on a monthly installment, and if anything should break, you pay a $100 service fee. They come out and repair that item, whether it's your air conditioner, your stove, your microwave, your dishwasher, your washer, your dryer, your hot water heater. These items are covered with a home warranty. So don't worry that you can't call a landlord to fix something. That is a poor mindset excuse on why you should continue renting. Let's get into segment 2. When you buy a house, the one thing I can tell you about real estate, it is going to get equity over time. Now, buying now is a great time to buy. And you might be listening to the news and everybody chirping about how awful the real estate market is. The real estate market is not awful. The one thing people do need is somewhere to sleep. They need somewhere to sleep. So having a home is imperative. We all want to have a home to live in. When you have a home and you're building equity, whatever price you buy that house at, as long as you're not going to be moving before you get your equity built up, you're doing great. But even if, for some crazy reason, you had to move, you have to think that money that you were putting into your mortgage payment was going towards your mortgage payment. It wasn't just pie in the sky going to someone else's mortgage payment. So even if you break even, or even if you lose a little at the end, you were living someplace for that period of time. So you never really actually are losing. You're just not gaining. It's a mind shift. Think differently. So many people in this country have such myopic ways to think about real estate. Real estate is how a lot of people have built wealth. Now, if you can do it, do it. If you're telling me you can't, then you need to figure out how. I have a first-time home buyer's guide. Send me a message and I'll send it to you absolutely free. It is my gift to you to help you on your journey. If you're telling me that, I don't know how the real estate works, well, guess what? I'm gonna hold your hand the entire way. I'm gonna show you how to get pre-approved. I'm gonna show you how to keep your credit score. If your credit score is in challenging times, I can show you ways to build up your credit score. If your debt to income ratio is off, that's something you need to work on. Whether you start getting a side hustle, whether you get 2 jobs, whether you pay off some debt, there are ways to get this done. Stop using these lame excuses of why you can't own a home. Owning a home is a great way. You start to get equity. You're building up equity. So for example, if you bought a house in 2017 and your house was worth $200,000, in 2025, your house is worth over $300,000. Now tell me, what investment did you put your money in that got you that kind of rate of return? Tell me one. I don't know. I don't think you found one. So if you have, leave me a comment and let me know. Real estate is only risky if you are selling high. Don't sell high. That's the main thing. Don't sell high. An average home appreciates in Florida between 5 and 7% annually. That is either equal or higher to your interest rate. And if your interest rates are higher, you know what you can do? Make 1 extra payment a year and it gets recalculated. That's it. You can cut that payment down and attack the principal by making extra payments. So get a 30-year mortgage, but don't take 30 years to pay it off. That is another aspect of how you're going to save money. When you get a bonus, when you work overtime, when you get your tax return, these are all ways you can use your money wisely. That is a very great idea and a great tip. Build yourself in your equity by being a home owner. You're never too young and you're never too old to be a homeowner. There is no age discrimination. Have you heard that if you're a first-time home buyer that you may have some assistance? There are programs out there that help first-time home buyers. There's a lot of options here in Florida for that, and we can explore everything. I have absolutely a long list of lenders who have access to these programs, and if you qualify, they will let you know that you qualify. The other great thing right now is we do have the Florida Home Heroes program where you can get up to $35,000 if you're in healthcare, law enforcement. There is a plethora of careers that you could be in, and you can get some help with our Florida Hometown Heroes program. So that's another option. Another misknown fact about home ownership, that you have to have like a 20% down payment. That is a myth. It's a myth. You can have 3% with conventional loan, 3.5% with an FHA loan, and if you're a VA, which means you're a veteran, you might have 0 down. There are also loans called USD loans. If you're out in the rural area where USD is still allowed, then you might be able to do a 0 down payment with that type of loan. There are options. Did you know that there are gift funds? Yes, there are gift funds that you can set up that your friends, family, and whomever can deposit money into a fund, kind of like a GoFundMe, but it's under an umbrella of a lender where they can gift you money, and that can help with your down payment or your closing costs. Think outside the box. People are always wanting to to help people, but if you just let them know, hey, a few dollars will help. If you don't ask, you're never going to receive. If you don't tell people what your plans are and how you want to get things done, people won't be able to help you, including your friends and family. So make sure you think of that and think of outside the box. There's also different grant programs through our local nonprofits and lenders. So yes, our lenders can investigate that, and you can do a little investigating yourself. Another way to think outside the box is sometimes sellers will give you concessions to buy down the rate or even help with your closing costs. So that is an option. Now, another option is if you qualify on your own to purchase a home, but you're going to be living, let's say, alone, then buy a 2 or 3 bedroom house and have somebody lined up already to rent a room from you to offset your mortgage. Their rent can pay for half your mortgage. Think about it. And the best hack I have for you right now is to go with new construction. All these builders have a lot of homes sitting on the market that they built already, that they're willing to give you down payment assistance. They're willing to give you closing costs. Most of them have bought that interest rate down up front. The money came out of their pocket and they're going to give it to you 3.99% interest. Some of them are even doing rate buy downs starting at 1.99 for the first year, 2.99 for the second year, 3.99 for the third year, and then 5% rate for the rest of your mortgage. Think. You have options. Whatever you're paying on rent, you're probably going to be able to afford a brand new construction home. Really? What's your excuse? Tell me. Leave me a comment and let me know why you're still not a homeowner. What are you doing about it? How are you going to live the American dream? How are you going to pass on generational wealth to your family? Renting? Never going to happen. So stop thinking that you can't and start believing you can. I am here to guide you through the process. You will never do this alone. I promise you. I will be there. I will answer the phone. I will answer questions. If I don't have answers, I will find the answer out for you. You have an advocate in me. It's time for you to become a homeowner, and I am here to help you through it all. I do offer home buyers webinars. If that is something you want, I can send it over to you. I have a plethora of options for you, and I would love to help you on this journey. I'm going to leave a link below to my calendar. Let's just have a discussion. You can tell me all your fears. You can tell me what is going on in your mind. And guess what? I'm here to listen, to help, to guide, to give advice, and to make this a dream that can come true for you. My name is Nicole Smith, and I am living the dream here in Jacksonville, Florida, and I want to help you also live the dream here in Jacksonville, Florida. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Help a sister out, okay? I need your help. I need to boost up my subscriptions. I need you to like, follow, comment, share. That is going to help me because I want to help you, so maybe you can help me out. I'm looking for referrals also. So whether you're living in Connecticut, New York, Ohio, Michigan, California, wherever you're living, I can help. I have referral partners all over this country and all over the world because I work for the largest real estate company in the world. And I have a lot of partners that I can hook you up with no matter where you're living. I can be your go-to agent and your referring agent. And you know what? Life is too short not to love where you're living. And I'm living the dream here in Jacksonville, Florida. And I would love for you to be my neighbor. Thanks for watching, friends. And until next time, stay safe.